A lot of attention now. Dr. Robert Lustig says that sugar is not only bad for you, it's actually toxic, like poison to your body. And he says it does three things. First, that sugar clogs the liver as fat, making you resistant to insulin, which can lead to diabetes. Second, that sugar contributes to hardening of the arteries. And third, that it's highly addictive, that it acts like cocaine, tobacco, even heroin. Dr. Robert Lustig is author of Sugar, the Bitter Truth. He joins us from San Francisco. Doctor, you know, a lot of people looking at this study, it's created a lot of attention here. We know that sugar can be bad for you, but poisonous?
Well, obviously, this is something that people don't quite, haven't gotten their arms around yet. But if you look at all of the diets that work, that is the Atkins diet, the Zone diet, the Ornish diet, the Japanese, or the traditional Japanese diet, I should say, the one thing that they all have in common is that they restrict sugar. Sugar is not just empty calories. If you believe a calorie is a calorie, then basically it's eat less, exercise more. Problem is, we've been doing that now for the past 30 years, and it's gotten us nowhere. If anything, things have only gotten worse. And there are reasons for why that's happened. On the other hand, if you get rid of sugar from your diet, and when I say sugar, I should qualify that as added sugar. I'm not so concerned about the sugar in fruit, because fruit has fiber. Fiber mitigates the negative effects of sugar. It's kind of like the antidote to sugar. But if you get rid of added sugar, all sorts of things get better. Your liver gets better, your arteries get better, and your brain can start seeing the signals that tell you that it's time to stop, and it reduces your total food consumption. Is
the problem sugar itself, or is it the fact that we are just consuming too much of it?
Well, there's a molecule within sugar. You know, sugar is two molecules hooked together. Glucose, which is necessary for life. If you don't eat glucose, then your body makes it in order to keep the rest of your organs going. And then the other one called fructose. And fructose is the sweet part of sugar. That's the part we don't need, but we like.
How do we know
if fructose that's the problem?
How do we know if we're getting too much of that? We're consuming too much of the sweet part. How do you figure that out?
Well, unfortunately, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, in their dietary reference intakes, gives us lower levels and upper levels for every single nutrient except for sugar. No one knows how much is too much. I can make a guess based on the analogy that I've made with ethanol, with alcohol, that probably 50 grams of fructose a day is probably the maximum. The American Heart Association put out a paper 2 years ago that I was an author on that suggested that it was more like 35 to 40 grams per day.
Help us understand here. The Sugar Association, which represents members of the sugar industry, they say on its website that sugar is a healthy part of the diet. Carbohydrates, including sugar, are the preferred sources of the body's fuel for brain power, muscle energy, and every natural process that goes in every functioning cell. So, how do you respond to someone?
That could not be further from the truth.
Why is that?
Because you don't need fructose. There is not one reaction in the body that requires fructose. The only place in your body that has fructose is your semen, and your body makes that de novo. In other words, the dietary fructose that you take in does not contribute to that. So you do not need fructose to survive. Glucose, yes, but sugar is the combination of the two.
So what should we be avoiding?
What should Sugar Association to task.
What should we do? What should we be avoiding?
Well, the problem is that processed food is high sugar food on purpose, because when they took the fat out, it tasted like cardboard. They had to put something in to make it palatable. And what was it? Sugar. So our sugar consumption, starting with the low-fat directive of the early 1980s, has just gone absolutely through the roof. We currently consume 156 pounds of sugar per person per year. That probably needs to be about half.
All right, Doctor, thank you so much for taking the time to explain this. Clearly, a lot of people looking at this, and hey, you know, Easter Sunday's coming up, and parents are looking, and those kids are going to want those chocolate Easter bunnies. They're going to have to explain sugar. You don't want too much of it. Thank you, Doctor. Appreciate it.
No, you don't. Thank you.
If you are buying those gel hand sanitizers thinking that they can kill bacteria that causes dangerous staph infection, well, think again. The FDA this week sent letters warning makers of those hand cleaning solutions to stop saying that they can kill particular bacteria, E. coli, and the H1N1 flu virus. The FDA takes issue with laboratory data used by companies to back up the claims.